official site of Bohemian Grove. In Sonoma, California, it's known as Valley of the Moon, the sacred grove of Bohemia in Northern California, where the world elite meet every year during midsummer. Secret rituals of the Illuminati and the world elite. Over 1,000 of the world elite meeting in the sacred groves. And speakers there have included both of the President Bushes as well as ex-President Reagan and Nixon. And that's why the Illuminati use our police to keep us out. But on July 15th, 2000, on the night of the full moon, Alex Jones snuck into the grove and took video evidence of the satanic rituals performed there. A mock human sacrifice caught on tape. If you haven't seen dark secrets inside the Bohemian Grove, I suggest you do. Notice that they're sacrificing to the demon god, an owl, because the owl represented the demon goddess of death. Like the demon goddess Lilith or Annis, they made sacrifices to the bull god in the belly of the beast. The bull god is known as El or Baal, known as Saturn, El, Satan, Cronus, the devil, evil. Saturn, or El, is also represented by the owl. The etymology of the word owl is a slave to El. Haven't you always wondered why an owl is always used for clocks? Because Saturn is the wise old owl, Father Time. And that's why the U.S. Capitol sits in the belly of the beast of the owl. Because the U.S. Capitol is where we send our children to be sacrificed in war. And if you still don't believe it, Washington, D.C. is set up and laid out exactly like Solomon's temple. And exactly where the altar of sacrifice is where our state capitol is. And that's why you'll find the owl at the Yale University. And that's why you see Bush holding the owl. And of course the wizard Harry Potter has his own personal owl. And of course the Freemasons use the owl symbolism as well. Clock is a Celtic word that means bell or Baal. Baal or Satan is the bull god El, Saturn. And that's why all churches ring the bell to worship the god Baal, god of the Illuminati. And Baal gives you freedoms or liberties. And that's why if you break the law, you go to jail. Even if you commit murder and you have to go to jail, all you need to do is to pay bail and you can get out free. Because Baal is El. And every satanic worshiper knows that El, Baal, Satan, Saturn is the god of satanic worship. And the followers of Satan increase his power by giving the satanic horn sign. And that's why the sheeple of the world blindly giving their power to Satan. And that's why you'll see the world elite giving power to the satanic beast. And Bush boldly showed his allegiance to Satan. Bush even had America giving the sign of the devil. Freemasons and Satanists both use the same symbolism. The same pentagram you'll find in a church. The same pentagram used by the government. And media companies like CNN always flash the pentagram. In Latin, penta means 5, and gram means to invoke or to send. The pentagram is used to invoke demonic spirits. It's used to gain power for spell casting and curses. Because a spell is from El. Because the pentagram is really a pentalpha. It's made up of 5 fire triangles. The triangle is the same as the letter A, or alpha. The A is like the truncated pyramid, or the 1. Because the 1 is L, the fire fertility of the fiery triangle. And if you think the pentagram is really just an innocent star, you're sadly mistaken, because the word star comes from the Babylonian Ishtar. The star represents the 5 elements. A regular star is pointed up, and it means spirit. But when you invert it, it means the complete opposite. And that's why Satanists worship the pentagram. And the sheeple of the world are blind to the satanic symbolism that lies before their eyes. Invisible to the sheeple, and a beacon to Satanists. See, you have never noticed that all law enforcement have the inverted satanic symbolism of the septagram. To the ancient Druids, the septagram was a symbol of protection. And the opposite meaning of protection is tyranny. The New World Order and the Illuminati, using our money to protect them. And like Bush said, you're either with us or against us. So if you hate killing and want to stop the war, by all means, don't protest, 'cause they'll just laugh at you. So go ahead and laugh at the very few people who are bold enough to stand up for their rights. Because one thing's for sure, you're not standing up for your rights. Because you're way too busy in your life dealing with more important things, like watching football and drinking beers, as they use your hard-earned money to take over the world. And as you're struggling month to month, paycheck to paycheck, they're spending billions to kill and to murder. They even take the money from our own American children. And they tell us the budget cuts are necessary because they don't have the money. We gotta make more cuts. It's not in our budget. We don't have the money. But whatever you do, don't blame our police officers and our soldiers in war, because it's not their fault. They're trying to raise a family just like the rest of us. But you could ask an officer if his star is pointed up or down. Almost all officers have no idea what the inverted star means. But Satanists and the Illuminati know exactly what it means. John Kerry just ran for president. And here he is with the founder of the Satanic Church of Satan. And although that symbol means nothing to you or I, it means everything to them. And that's why the mark of the beast is everywhere.